Good, happy Thursday afternoon, April 9, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this afternoon edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this afternoon, so let's begin. First up, we begin with your coronavirus disease, COVID-19 in New Hampshire, what you need to know. Let's take a look at that information. And here's a look at the COVID-19 in New Hampshire. There are 788 number of people in New Hampshire who have tested positive for COVID-19. 438 number of people in the United States who have tested positive. 18 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 118 number of people who have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And 14,808 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. This map of New Hampshire shows cases of COVID-19 in towns and cities. Manchester, 129 cases of COVID-19. In this graph right here, new cases each day in New Hampshire. In the purple are daily new positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, new hospitalizations, and in the red are the deaths. Your common symptoms. How it spreads. Prevention tips. And common symptoms are fever, cough, and difficult breathing. Be sure to stay with the Riley King Network for the latest of your COVID-19 information. Governor Chris Sununu tweeted on Twitter at 10:27 a.m. He said, holding a press conference at 3 o'clock p.m. to provide an update on New Hampshire's response to COVID-19. Again, that press conference will be at 3 o'clock p.m. this afternoon. Drivers urged to avoid area after serious crash in Manchester. Let's take a look at that video.
Now, first responders are on the scene of a serious crash in Manchester. According to the police log, it happened just after 7 a.m. on the intersection of South Beach Street and Gold Street. We are working to get more information. For now, if you are in the Queen City, you are urged to avoid that area.
Okay, and there you go on that video. We can tell you emergency crews were called to a serious crash Thursday morning in Manchester. Police said the crash happened just after 7 a.m. at the intersection of South Beach and Gold Street. Little information has been released, but the drivers were urged to avoid the area. This is a developing story. It will be updated as more information comes into our newsroom. Dow jumps 400 points, heads for biggest weekly gain since 1938. Dow Joe Industrial Average rallied on Thursday, wrapping up its best week in more than 80 years, after the Federal Reserve gave more details on how it will support the economy in the coronavirus pandemic. Coronavirus updates. New York may be reaching its peak, Dr. Fauci says. A global pandemic of the novel coronavirus has claimed the lives of at least 14,830 people in the United States. The U.S. is among the worst affected countries, with more than 4,032,000 people diagnosed with COVID-19. The disease caused by the new respiratory virus, according to data compiled by the Center for Systems, Science, and Engineering at Johns Hopkins University. Worldwide, more than 1.5 million people have been diagnosed with COVID-19, and at least 89,931 of them have died since the virus emerged in China in December. The actual numbers are believed to be much higher due to testing shortages, many unreported cases, and suspicious that some governments are hiding the scope of their nation's outbreak. Italy has by far the world's highest death toll, over 17,600. Today's biggest developments. New York may be reaching its peak in the outbreak, Dr. Fauci says. USNS Mercy crew member tests positive for COVID-19. Pandemic drives sub-Saharan Africa toward its first recession in 25 years. And that does it for this afternoon edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your afternoon. I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.